Hey guys, I'm Louise and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be separating my two Syngonium albos. But before we get into that, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video for some more planty content. So I've been thinking about this a lot and I have come to the decision that I am going to separate my two variegated Syngoniums. So when I got this plant, I think I bought it from like Thailand and I got it like shipped to me. This was like pre-COVID, so this was last year, and I got it for about 40 quid. This is not including extra costs. And it arrived and it was very much like very variegated. Unfortunately, majority of those leaves died, and I got two plants. Basically, I stuck them both in the same pot because I was like, you know what, why not? Let's just have two plants in one pot and see what happens. Like, people do it all the time, and over time, obviously, this plant, so this Syngonium plant has actually gotten larger, and this one has stayed quite small. So I thought I would take the smaller plant out and give it a separate pot for it to grow larger. So what I'm going to start off with is I'm going to take out all these little all these like stones. So I put like gravel, like I now put gravel at the top of my plants, just like on the top of the soil, just to prevent fungus gnats, as they are a pain to deal with. But if you want to see a video on how to prevent fungus gnats, I have got a video which I will be linking that down below if you are interested. So I'm just going to finish doing this and I'll be back in a second. So I've just taken out the gravel, the majority of it. There are a few bits in the soil, but it doesn't really matter. I've got the majority of them out. Obviously you can't really see my face, but my face is not important. You guys be able to see what I'm doing, so obviously that doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, I've got two Syngoniums in here. I'm just going to lightly just keep them still with my fingers whilst putting the rest of my hand over the top of the pot, and I'm basically just going to gently squeeze the pots. This is why I love plastic pots, because they're like so easy to get plants out of, which is amazing. That's incredible. Like, I haven't actually checked these roots since I got them, and they're doing so well, as you can see. Look at that. Oh, that's crazy. So I'm just gonna like try and keep both the soil and the gravel separate, just so I don't have to like go hunting. But look at these roots. These roots have gotten so strong. It's incredible. I remember when I got these because at the beginning they were sent to me bare rooted, so basically their roots were just covered in like sphagnum, I think it was. I don't really remember, but wow, that's incredible. And as you can see right here, we have two Syngoniums, which is incredible, and these roots are just amazing. Oh my gosh. Alright, so now we've done that, I'm just gonna grab some pots and be right back. So here we are, we have two Syngoniums. It's incredible, like, wow. You can definitely see the size difference between these two plants, and it's incredible, and I really can't wait for this little baby to grow up and give me some really nice variegated leaves. I can see in like the new leaf there's a bit of whites. So I'm really hoping that these guys actually do really well for me, and I've got so much soil on my tray. So I've just been looking at all my pots, and obviously I've got so many like sizes. I've got like really small to like quite big to like bigger. So I was just thinking of just putting my baby Syngonium in this just little pot. I was thinking about putting one of them in the smaller pots here, but then I thought, looking at the root system, like, I think this pot would be much suited in here. As you can see, the roots fit nicely in there. And as you can see, like, looking at them now, they're like rooted cuttings. I never like thought like or knew about that. I just forgot about it. It's crazy, you know? So, yeah, I'm just going to be basically potting them up. I'm going to pot up the larger one first. I'm going to put my large one back in its original pot, which was this one. And the only reason I'm doing that is just because it's happy in there. I was just separating the smaller Syngonium from this larger one. Because obviously the larger one was taking all the nutrients, all the water, you know, everything that little plant needs. This larger one is just taking away from this smaller plant. So I just thought it'd be nicer for this one just to have its own kind of space. So what I'm thinking is I'm actually going to pot my Syngonium in like up against the side of the pot, because I'm thinking about getting this to trail up the wall. So if I'm just thinking about it rightly, I'm going to have it so it's facing like this. So I'm just going to pot it in like such a way that it will go towards the wall. So there we go. I've kind of got it in a position that I want it to be in. So I'm basically just filling this up right now. So any soil that I don't use, I will just put in this small pot here with the small Syngonium. So we've got our first Syngonium sorted. I'm going to put the gravel in afterwards because that's just the easier parts. And then we've just got this little baby to sort out. Just look how adorable it is. It's just crazy. I love like this little one. It's just adorable, you know. Got to love your baby plants. So I always when I pot up plants, I always put a layer of soil at the bottom, because it basically just brings up a little barrier for the roots, and it just means there's more space for the roots to just grow into. So I actually need to grab some more soil. I've got like a whole bag of soil just underneath here, and I will just put this in the description if you fancy using it. It's just a houseplant potting mix. It's got perlites and ceramicin. And there we have it, we've got a little baby in its own tiny pot. So now with these two, I'm just going to line the top with gravel. So as you can see, I'm just lining the top up here, pressing the gravel into the soil slightly, just so that you know that nothing will be able to get in and underneath. There are a bit of flecks of dirt in with the gravel at the top here because of the tray is like really dirty, and just where I've taken the gravel off from when I had it on the soil previously, it's just gotten a bit dirty, but it will like drain and just kind of like go underneath, I guess. It will just kind of be washed off in a good few weeks time probably. So we've done this one right here, as you can see. Just a bit of flecks of dirt on the top there, but it just makes your plants look really pretty as well. So I'm going to do exactly the same for this guy right here. I've got some in this tray, which I haven't actually popped in the box yet. I've seen like a minimal amount of fungus gnats, like only from like previously when I've they've just like stuck around just before I started like putting the gravel on top. I think I've had the gravel for a good couple of weeks now, and obviously I've definitely seen a big improvement. But obviously it won't 100% stop it, but it will help prevent it as much as possible. There are other ways you can fully prevent it, and you can literally change medium. So instead of using like soil, you could use like, I don't know, leca or pon or perlite, you know, those sort of mediums, because apparently they actually they don't attract fungus gnats at all, which is really cool. So this is the larger Syngonium, which is in the large pot, just stuck in the same one. Just look at the variegation. Obviously, this leaf is the only non-variegated leaf, and this is like the first one out of like all of them. And as you can see, they get variegated as they go up, like really variegated. And just look at this one. This is like my favorite leaf on this Syngonium, just because it's just got flecks of white and like different colors of green, and it's nearly a half moon. It's incredible. Like, wow. And obviously this one actually has a nice little leaf going. I really hope that this stays variegated. I'm not really sure. I can't really see any white on this new leaf. But yeah, that's the large Syngonium. And here is the baby Syngonium. As you can see, it's got very little variegation on it. It's got a little bit here and there, but really it's basically nearly reverted. But as you can see here on the new leaf, it's got a lot of white on it, so I'm praying that this is going to get more variegated as it just grows up. So I have come up with a plan with this larger Syngonium, and I'm actually going to tape it to the wall, and I think this is really exciting. I do have my Philodendron squamiferum that I'm going to tape to the wall too, so we're just going to get this cool like plant like wall vibe going on. So yeah, I'll show you that. So I have got my Syngonium. I haven't taped to the wall yet. I've got tape right here. I just realised I ran out of small trays, so I'm gonna have to use this larger one for my squamiferum for now, and then I'm just gonna have to like buy some new, like some more small trays, because I used them all for my Hoyas that I hung up. So yeah, this is what we're dealing with, you know. And I just want to show you, look at my fried egg new leaf. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Anyway, so I'm basically just going to be taping this guy up. I've got it as close to the like wall as possible, and I'm basically just going to tape this like bit there, and hopefully it'll just grow up and towards that. So I'm basically just going to tape it so it's like that. I'm going to have to put my phone down for this, but yeah, I'll show you afterwards. So as you can see, I have taped it up to the wall. It's not fully against the wall, but as much as against the wall as I can make it, as it's quite bent. So hopefully it should just grow up like that. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing with here. Look how lovely that is, oh my gosh. So here is my lovely Philodendron squamiferum. Absolutely love it. So yeah, it's got this massive tray, which I'm just going to deal with, because the fact is, like, obviously it's just not going to like really, you know, it's not going to work otherwise. So, you know, so what I'm gonna do is I'm basically gonna just move my Syngoniums. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to move them like that, as you can see, and I'm just going to take this guy like right here up against the wall. It's got some airy roots already, so hopefully they'll just like at some point just grow and like attach themselves. And this guy has like a leaf forming, and hopefully it should unfurl at some point, but yeah. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll show you guys in a second. And there we have it. I've just basically like really badly taped it to the wall. It should do something. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Like, it's not the end of the world. Hopefully my Syngonium's kind of like, it just kind of grows nicely up the wall. But yeah, we've got like so many plants growing up the wall now. It's like crazy. Yeah, so here we are. We have done it. And hopefully these guys will take, and we'll have a nice, beautiful wall full of plants. Also, a quick side note, if you guys are wondering when I'm putting this Syngonium, for now it's just going to stay on my shelf. It's probably going to get moved at some point somewhere else, but for now it's just going to stay here with all my lovely other plants on the shelf. So that is it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!